but I'm just trying to get pictures with as many layers in it as possible. And I found a couple ones that are really awesome and very minimalistic, with a lot of fog, long zoom images, but I like it. So good morning everyone, welcome back to the channel. And this is one of those days where I might have took the wrong gamble. You know, I've got this rule, I always have the same rule, that if conditions are great somewhere, don't go further, just photograph there. But I also have this desire to do some new stuff sometimes, and this is one of those mornings where, yeah, those two things collide. You know, I drove by my favorite area where I recorded a lot of videos, and there was a beautiful low-hanging fog in that valley, but I wanted to go here, a new location, one that I've never been on YouTube. And I've been here a couple of months ago with two friends of mine as a sort of a scouting mission on a very bad day. So we didn't take any images, but I did get to see the area. So this area is called the Dickenberg, and the view up here is pretty nice. So I am hoping to get that little layer of fog on the other side of this hill. Oh, I'm too late for the sunrise. Are you shitting me? It was much further than I anticipated for. You can see the sun there. I had to run that last piece. But look at this view. One of the best viewpoints in the Netherlands that I didn't know of up until like 2 months ago, something like that. So let me quickly set up the camera, because there's definitely some potential here. So the fog definitely isn't as intense as I hoped it would be, which is a shame. Maybe when the sun rises a little bit further, the fog will increase and creep up to this hill that I'm standing on right here. That would be fantastic, but I can't get any images with that beautiful golden light through the fog on this side at this moment. So there just isn't enough fog. But wow, what a spot. What a spot. So this doesn't happen to me quite often. But I'm just standing somewhere completely speechless, that I just can't figure out what to do. It is immensely beautiful, but there is just no shot. I took a couple of images which might be interesting or not. I see one right now also, but the fog is increasing, so that's a good thing. But by the time the fog is going to be here, I think we will lose the best of the light. and we will just be stuck with this giant white wall. But yeah, another negative down facing is these windmills. You know, there are some very, very dominant windmills here in the frame that I don't like at all. But some factories in the back there. So incredibly beautiful and also incredibly difficult. So let me try and work the scene one more time. I'll show you a couple of images that I randomly shot around here. So I finally found a couple of compositions here. So one of them is this tree section on the side of this hill here. You get this beautiful side light on it, and then in the back you have this cloud inversion thingy splitting the screen, which looks kind of nice. And the second shot is on this side, and there's some really nice light appearing here now. So I'm gonna take the tripod, try and catch this shot, because I probably need to bracket it. So yeah, let's remove this camera. So I switched cameras, so let me try to show you the composition that I have in mind. I think it's a rather nice shot, so I hope you can see it. But I've placed this tree here on the right, and you get this beautiful light coming in from the top, illuminating all those trees. And there are a couple of trees in the bottom also here, which look pretty nice. So it's just a scene over here, and you can see that right now that fog is really increasing and coming my way. You can see that little cloud inversion here is approaching me. So all is not lost. Sometimes the beauty is in the waiting. So yeah, there's one nice tree down there. If that light is gonna hit it with some fog, it might be really good. But this is already a good shot. I'm pretty happy with this one, so I'm gonna perfect it, then push the shutter, and this is it. So thanks to that increasing fog, I'm starting to see more compositions now. And that is really a good thing. I like this composition that I found right now. Let me try to talk you through it. You see, I'm just aiming a little bit down towards this tree here in that valley. And there's another one here on the left. And you can see that that fog over here, being illuminated by the sun, creates this magical side light coming into this frame, and it's lighting up that little layer of fog on the bottom there, which looks absolutely stunning. And the composition looks a bit like this. So I've got this dominant tree in the foreground, and then those other trees in the background. And I am also going to take this shot again of this section, because you can see the fog is coming towards me. making the scene much better than it was before. So yeah, some opportunities are arriving after all. What a viewpoint, what a viewpoint. Especially now with that side-lit fog rolling through this area, you got such a wide, long view that it just doesn't feel like the Netherlands. In fact, I don't think it is the Netherlands. If you look at this view, everything you're looking at might be Germany. So I'm almost on the border right now between the Netherlands and Germany, and I know for sure that these windmills are in Germany. But I'm just trying to get pictures with as many layers in it as possible. And I found a couple ones that are really awesome and very minimalistic, with a lot of fog, long zoom images. But I like it, I definitely like it. And I'm gonna take a couple of more. I'm gonna show you one now with a lot of fog, a couple of layers, some trees on the right top. And it's difficult to film everything because the fog just comes and goes and it changes the whole scene constantly. So yeah, every time I think I'm gonna film this shot and the shot is gone. So this is the next shot. I'm gonna look a little bit further. So I found another composition here, and let me talk you through this one, because I think this one's really nice. So you got this tree on the foreground here, a little small birch tree, and then if you look in that section above it, there are a couple of trees halfly in the fog, and that side light just makes everything look really good. So yeah, there are some really nice opportunities here after all. And just like in all the videos lately that when I change the aspect ratio, I do it in camera. So I took a lot of 16:9s to avoid that overexposed sky in my frames. I don't really like it. I like that close-up, moody shots. That's what I'm after today. And yeah, it is good. It is really good. But because of the high-res images, I don't lose those megapixels, so I still left with massive files. So that's a really cool feature of this camera. And right now the fog is decreasing really fast. And I think that makes for a nice shot, so I'm quickly gonna take it. So I decided to walk a little bit further over the rim of this hill here, on the path between those trees. And just if you zoom in through some gaps in the trees, there are some very interesting shots here. So just like this one, you see, if you look through this, just this section over here, there is a really nice section of trees there. And just look at it, if you zoom in, you get this section of trees with all that white around it. It actually looks quite cool. So just look at this. You get all this white with one dominant tree in it. Very dreamy, atmospheric shot. And I really like that. I really like that. And there's another tree there, which actually has a couple of green leaves on it. And I figured that if I walk a little bit further, some geese flying over here. If I walk a little bit further, I got a bit of an open frame towards that tree. So that's why I'm walking in this direction. But this shot, really nice, really nice. So that's another rather cool shot over here, but this is a bit strange because I was just complaining about those windmills. But if you can't avoid it, use it, you know. And it just looks like, if you look at this video footage here, it just looks like those windmills are floating in the sky. It looks really cool. And a minute ago, that island was a little bit more visible, and I stood a little bit more to the right, which was higher, and that excluded this foreground a little bit. But it just seemed like an image with an island of trees, and then a couple of meters above it you can see those windmills coming out of it. So really odd image, but I liked it. I definitely liked it. So took that one, and now the fog is clearing really fast. So yeah, not quite sure if there's anything left to photograph at the moment, but I'm just going to continue down this path and see what we can come up with. So that's it. So sometimes you've got these mornings where you took a lot of images and you're not quite sure if there's something interesting in there. I just had a look through the images that I took, and I think there are a couple of interesting images here. So it's not completely for nothing, but I do feel the video was a bit messy, so I'm sorry for that. But with these ever-changing conditions, you know, it's difficult to make a video sometimes. But I hope that the chaos came through in the video. You know, this is what landscape photography is sometimes, just total chaos. And yeah, I did gain some information on this new location. Yeah, first time photographing it, so I was here a couple of months ago with two friends, but I didn't even take the camera out of the bag. I don't think I took a single image on this spot, but yeah, it's a new spot for me, not that far from my home, so very interesting. Something I will go back to with hopefully even better conditions than this. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments, what did you think about these images? Was it worth watching? Sorry for the very chaotic video. Yeah, you know, sometimes in conditions like this, it just turns into very chaotic moments. So I hope it was still an enjoyable video to watch. And yeah, I hope you will join me on the next trip. So if you want to join, please push the subscribe button underneath the video, leave a comment and push the thumbs up button if you enjoyed it. Yeah, I massively appreciate your support, and I hope to see you on the next video. Every Thursday, every Sunday, new videos on this channel. So I hope to see you then. Thanks for watching, and bye bye.